Hey everybody, it's Jeremiah Reed. Wanted to do a developer let's play of a game I made called Golden Krone Hotel for the 7DRL this year, and have since expanded a little bit on it. This is my first developer's let's play, so sorry if the quality is awful. There are some good let's plays of this already, and I plan to link to them, but they didn't really cover all the mechanics because and it's probably my fault, the mechanics weren't always clear. I've tried to improve that a little bit, and just some of the details I wanted to cover, and also I've made a few updates that I want to go over. I've made 4 dungeon branches, quote unquote, instead of being like really deep branches. They're all just one level, because I want to keep it a short game. This game is only like, you could probably beat in about an hour if you knew what you're doing. There's a few new monsters, spells, and such. Let's just get into it, though. I'll let you read the text, because I wrote it at like 4 o'clock in the morning one night. It's not really that brilliant. Okay, this game is mainly about killing vampires with sunlight, or becoming a vampire and killing humans. So you go back and forth. You'll play as both. And vampires are really strong, fast, they can see in low light, but in this incarnation of vampire lore, they're really dumb for whatever reason, and that means they can't read, cast magic, they won't be able to use a sword or shield. They're extremely vulnerable to sunlight, which is important. And on the other side you have humans, which, you know, it sounds really great that they can cast magic and they regenerate health, but on the downside they have hunger issues, which is made worse by the magic, and they're very slow and weak compared to the vampires. And also they can't see in low light, which causes them issues. So when you enter the hotel, you will be a human, but according to the backstory, which is not mentioned until later, so spoilers, you actually are a vampire. You're just staving it off with soul elixirs, which you can use to transform back into a human. I would compare this to Blade, and I don't know all the backstory, but you know, basically Blade is like, he was born vampire, and he keeps the vampirism at bay with some sort of antidote or something, and it's similar to that. You play as General Serena Aerobase. Aerobase is a reference to the French word for @ so it's a little roguelike joke. And your goal, your mission, is to go to the 10th floor of the Golden Krone Hotel and assassinate Fane and take the Golden Krone, which, yes, is a crown, because Krone is a cognitive crown, and it's a fantasy universe, so I thought I could do whatever I want and make it a crown. Also, why did I call it a Golden Krone Hotel? I wanted some sort of vampire reference to a hotel, because, well, it had to be some sort of tower because of the sunlight issue. It couldn't be a dungeon, so there's that. And I looked at Dracula, and in the first 5 paragraphs it mentions Golden Krone Hotel, which this doesn't have anything to do with that, but I thought it would be a cool reference. I added this page because specifically some of the mechanics were not getting used very much, and again, it's probably my fault because I didn't communicate the mechanics, but I really wanted these to be the core of the game. This is what I intended, is it to be about light and stealth and sunlight. So the first thing is that all the lighting in the game is basically under your control. So any torch in the game, any lit tile you see can basically be unlit if you really want it to be. So go ahead and use the torches as much as you want. Some people said it wasn't really worth it, because I don't think it was made clear why it's good to use the torches. It's because of stealth. If you're a vampire, you want to be stealthed, and you know you're stealthed when other humans or other monsters can't see you, and there'll be a question mark indicator on top of them. So that's the second part. And on the flip side, if you're a human, you're going to have bad vision in low light, and you're going to want to try to stay away from low light, because if you walk in a low light, you can get ambushed really easily. And the final part, sunlight. You can kill vampires with sunlight, or if you're a vampire, it can harm you, and you have to be very careful. I've died many times to waiting around and getting killed by a stray beam of light. So the game is set in the northern hemisphere, and just like in the real world, the sun will rise in the east, set in the west. About noon it'll be on the south wall, So that's what happens is you get this icon, and there's also a time of day you can use because the sun will rise at 6 a.m., set at 6 p.m. It'll change directions at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. And it'll only come in at one wall at a time. But at each given time when it's not nighttime, it will be shining on a wall. And you're about to see how that works. Okay, so let me go over the stats real quick. You have your typical roguelike HP, strength, dex, int, sword, shield, armor, and vampires can't carry sword and shield. And those, there's some mysterious calculation factor into attack and defense, which are the bottom line stats. You have hunger, your vamp state, which will slowly fade away. This is not a binary. I don't think anyone really picked up on that. So you'll know when you're about to turn vampire, because this will be kind of grayed out a little bit. Time, sunlight direction, it's currently night, but this is about to change. Floor 1, $0. You have your map on the right hand side, your spells, your potions. All items that you can pick up in the game and keep are potions. Because I thought, in a game like Crawl, you get a potion of porridge for food, so why not turn all the food into some sort of liquid? So that's basically what I did, so you don't have to worry about inventory too much. Help and options. Alright, let's walk forward. 6 a.m., the sun rises, it shines through these broken stained glass windows. Now, why does it only shine through broken stained glass windows? At least my understanding, it's because some stained glass doesn't really let in a lot of light. It can be very opaque depending on how it's made. So I thought it was a reasonable justification. I could have just made it something else, but I really wanted you to blast open windows with this blast spell, which is your starting spell right here. Now, you get to this person, Gavril, who was a noble, a vampire from the highest caste who was defected to Fane. So even though you're told that this is a high-level vampire, and one screen ago you were told that vampires are really vulnerable to sunlight, I swear every single person walks straight in this noble and kills themselves. Because they want to bump into things. I mean, that's what you do in a roguelike. But this is meant to teach you the basic mechanic of the game. So, I had an earlier iteration that was not very good, and the reason it wasn't very good is because it was a larger area, and there was many ways to screw this up. Tons of ways to screw this up, and only one way to really get it right. In this iteration, it's such a narrow hallway. At this very moment, I either have two options. If I either wait or go forward, I am absolutely dead, guaranteed. And alternatively, I can turn back, and the noble will run very fast at me, but it will explode. And that's the basic mechanic of the sunlight. I can use my spell to blast these open further. I don't want to waste that too much, though. And there are grunts. These are low-level vampires. Rosalia. All the monsters in the game that have given names have Romanian names. So I borrowed a lot from Romanian culture and mythology, at least as much as I could get by lazily reading Wikipedia. And the funny part is the vampires, I guess the joke is they're too dumb to have more than one name. They just have a given name. So I'm going to run back, burn him. Where'd he go? Oh, maybe the other guy got burned. I don't know. Nope, he's there. The one thing I regret about the design of this game is that the field of view is very small. Maybe that's just because I wanted to blow my pixel art up big enough. But you only get 5 tiles on each direction, which is a little bit tiny, compared to a lot of other games. Okay, I leveled up. I'm going to go after Dex. I think Dex is probably a little bit overpowered compared to Strength, but because it factors into so many things. Alright, here's where we kind of see the dynamic lighting come into play. The area below me is just black. I can't see it. And the area above me is well, I've explored it, but it's visible. I can see it. And I can change that by lighting this with an oil. Oh my god. So that right there, that moment right there, is the explanation for why torches are in the game and why stealth and everything works. Is because if you wander into the darkness, it is incredibly stupid, because there could be 2 vampires sitting right there. And I might survive this, but I shouldn't have done that. So first, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? Alright, I'm going to move down, get hit. Okay, all I need to do is smash those windows. I'm going to run around this table, run towards this, blast this, lead him in there. Okay, that was fine. Could have gone badly, but that should teach you why I think the lighting is so important, is because you get so close to the dark areas and you get ambushed really easily. So here's a book. It teaches you how to identify specific potions. So it's a potion of silver, and I don't have any, but if I did, I'd recognize it. I'm going to go ahead and light this up. I only have one more oil. I can get more oil from other torches. Just going to wait a few turns. Light that up. Okay, there's a human. Niku Mate, mercenary. Pretty low-level human, and humans are friendly to you. Let me take care of this guy before I screw around. So if I walk up to him, he won't attack me, which can be confusing, but it kind of adds this neat ally mechanic. They don't really help you, but they don't. You can switch places with them, which can be important tactically, or essentially they won't kill you. And you can also talk with them. Himph, watch yourself. So that was not that interesting, but some of them have a little bit more backstory. Here's a chronicle. Just give some, some backstory if you want. You don't have to read it. Oh god, so what just happened was 3 o'clock came around. The sunlight is so far around that it only shines on the west wall at this point, and I'm going to make a run for it and hope I can get to the west wall. Okay, yeah. Sweet. Here we have a grimoire, which teaches a spell. It's a random spell, and it is Vitalize. Vitalize. I don't think there's descriptions in the game, and that maybe is problematic, but I didn't see anyone reading them anyway, really. So, Vitalize basically boosts your stats. And I'm going to use that if I get into a situation where I need my stats boosted. Okay, let's say, yeah, this maybe. And because, and I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep this, but because intelligence factors into the powerfulness of your spells, because I boosted my int, this might get me even higher. Yeah, it gives me a +2. I don't think it'll go any higher than that, though. Alright, I'm going to rest. Fully healed up. You just hit 5 or space to rest. I don't know why, but people weren't really resting that much in the videos I watched. Probably, I'm hoping because it was just too easy. Because you really should be resting. I mean, any other hardcore roguelike, if you don't rest, and you run around with low health, it's just suicide. Bogged in. Okay, that was easy. Oh man. But I'm out of torch oil, so I'm going to run down here and grab some more from these. Oh, I'm starving too. I didn't notice that. I will drink some ale. I'm going to vitalize myself in case we run into any shenanigans. Yeah, bats are just really hard to hit. Hopefully I'm not going to die to a bat. Rest up. Okay, now I've turned into a vampire, which is one of the most fun parts of the game. Because I'm a vampire, I need to worry about the sunlight. If it hits me, I am absolutely screwed. It may not one-shot me. No, I think it does 1/3 of your health or something like that. But if I had 1/3 of my health, it would one-shot me. My strength gets a 100% bonus. Dex 50%. I take a pretty huge hit to my int, which means my potions are going to be unidentified. I mean, if I had higher int, maybe it would offset it. And I don't have sword or shield. Basically, I am just a big melee character. Now, here's something interesting. One thing I added in this recent version is humans will flock towards light and vampires will flock towards darkness. And that has a pretty significant effect on their kind of grouping behavior and flocking, if you want to call it. But also, if they all have this range magic, I'm going to try to take out 3 of them at once. That could end really badly for me. On the other hand, vampires will do the same thing, and that makes it really easy for you to get ambushed. Before I had this, humans would just wander around in the dark most of the time, and it didn't make a lot of sense, and it was really easy to, like, jump on them. So I'm going to go around this corner. The low-level humans are pretty easy. If you ambush them. Oh, there's another grimoire. I definitely want to read that. But I may want to wait a little bit. Because switching back and forth, although I have soul elixirs to do it, it may be a waste. And I may have to backtrack a little bit, but it's not that bad because I've added something where it tells you on the map where your items are. Okay. I may even go to the next floor because I want to extend my time as a vampire. Creepy music. Alright. Green men. Half human, half plant. Fairly harmless, but with sunlight it grows stronger. Added the green man because I wanted something that interacted with light and made light a liability. That's one of the only things where if the sunlight pours in and hits this thing, it's going to get super beefy, and that's going to be bad. Alright. You can kind of see the flocking here, whatever you want to call it. These vampires are finding the darkest spot that they can find. Also, I just noticed a bug while playing this, and I'm not going to tell you what it is in the hopes that you haven't noticed it, but I will fix it ASAP. That's the beautiful thing about demoing things. They always screw up when you're trying to demo them. Alright, we have a rat. I did in fact find that giant rat was one of the famous creatures from Romanian mythology, so it's not that weird. I'm gonna kite in the sky a little bit. And I really should be taking away these torches, but it may not be so important if I'm doing okay. Decibel, have much gold, do you? Alright, now I have to think about, I could use the sunlight here if I get into trouble as a human. Oh, I need to quaff some oils. Yeah, okay. So now I've quaffed oils, I can recognize them. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna switch to... I knew this was soul elixir just because they're so common. Alright, detect. Cool! Okay, detect and vitalize are two of the new spells I added, in addition to glow. So I really want to show these off. They may be underpowered, but I think they're pretty cool. So I hit detect, and I get the presence of monsters. Now I can't see what they are, I don't know what type they are, but I do know that they're there. So, if it's a human, it's a pretty good opportunity to sneak up on it, I guess. It's not, it's just a... Oh wait, I'm getting confused. I'm a human. And I can no longer sense the presence of nearby creatures. So I want to cast it again. Detect. It could be something nasty. It's running... Okay. Just a grunt. But that really helps you because you don't have to worry so much about the darkness. And it'll even tell you where things are behind walls, which is good. Here we get a gold sword. Yes, I know gold is bad. That is why it is +2 and one of the worst items in the game. Don't know if I've shown yet. Yeah. Oh, so he can't see me because I'm not like in one of the 4 tiles directly next to him. But there's a question mark icon anytime someone can't see you, so there's that demonstration. Alright, starving again. Let's try A. Yum. Okay. That was good. Take some torch oil. Alright. Dexterity boost. Don't have that. I do have a blood, which is important if I want to change back into a vampire. Alright, I'm going to use my detect. No, that was... Okay, I'm going to use my vitalize and then my detect. So I've got something there. I'm going to try to see what it is. A rat, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna open that real quick. Rest. Okay. I have the blood, which could be a get out of jail card. But also I have this thing called Celestial Essence, which is one of the new potions. And essentially it will... it will light up every tile in the nearby vicinity with sunlight. And that's gonna just wipe out that runner immediately. Okay. Now later I'm gonna want to kill these humans, so I'll probably want to get rid of some of these torches. I don't know, maybe the torches are not as effective as I thought. I mean, I don't think that, but maybe someone could make the argument that they are not that great. But I've definitely tried to make them more important. Alright. This is a marauder. Not even try to pronounce that, but a well-armed human who often makes nighttime visits into the nearby town for plunder. They have improved night vision, and also they've sacrificed hands to demonstrate their loyalty to Fane. Ice magic is hitting me. Oh god. This is serious business. Yeah. So, I came out of that with only half health, so being a vampire is not all sunshine and day. Well, sunshine wouldn't make a lot of sense, but it's not all good. (3:09 a.m.) There's a grimoire. It'd be a great time to turn back into a human. Dang it. That blood is under the table. Sweet. And I need to put some into dexterity. This is probably really boring. I might try to get rid of this kind of emergent mechanic where, because there's no randomness to the action speeds, you can kite slow enemies with impunity. I don't really like that, but not sure how to handle it. Okay, maybe this one. This is probably Soul Blitzer. I'm gonna read this. Here's a spell. Now at this point I have to decide. Alright, I had a phone call back from that. So at this point I have to decide if I want to learn the shock spell and get rid of one of my other spells. And it would be really good to have a long range spell. So I think combining that with detect would be really good, because then I could get in the proper range. So I'm going to replace Vitalize. Alright, now I have Shock. And let's see how that works. Alright, let's see if he... Oh, he's fast. Alright, not bad. Oh, I'm too hungry to rest. I'm starving. Dang it. Okay, Vial of Honey. I'm good to go. Yeah, definitely before I had a food and hunger unbalanced where you would almost never have to worry about dying of starvation, but I'd say at this point it's pretty significant. And let's see, let's go back up a floor, because I think I had forgotten a book or something. Maybe not, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it was over here. But it could be something I don't want. No, I leveled up my detect, so detect will last longer. That's good. Alright, floor 3. Hello. Ion. What a cool name, Ion. So, I tried to make all the spells somewhat unique. One of the cool things... Oh yeah, let me demonstrate this because this is new. One of the cool things with Shock and Firestorm is they will basically light the place up. Shock is actually a lot better. Figured lightning's probably brighter than fire, right? Or arcs are brighter. And also the interesting thing about Firestorm, which I may not get to show, is it surrounds you in fire, and depending on how many tiles you are obscured by, like if you're in a hallway and the walls are blocking your fire from being there, you won't actually get enough light. But with Shock it's not really a problem. So that can be used to illuminate hallways, which I think is pretty nifty. There's a Portrait of Fame that I've added. Take that, table. Okay, I think we've cleared out this level. I don't... Oh man, okay, I want to try to take this guy back up a floor so I can fight him one-on-one. And I am a vampire again. I've got plenty of soul elixirs, so that's not really an... Ooh, wow. I was looking for this guy. I knew he was around here. That gets us almost full health and a little bit more XP. And then we don't have to worry about this runner right now. Yeah, the green man can't see very well in low light at all, so... The rat is always a good source of blood, at least in the low levels. And at this point I'm on the 4th floor. I really want to be careful about these torches. Oh, and there's some brawlers up here. I'm going to light this for later, because I do not want to get ambushed or whatever. So I'm trying to trade off lighting my previous position with where I'm going. Oh man, that is a lot of humans. And I think they're coming. Oh man, yeah, they could cast like firebolt or whatever, shock. Yeah, that sucks. Alright, that's good to go. Chronicle. Just take a gander up here. Ah, sweet. Okay. There's a new enemy I've added called a hunter. An old human begrudgingly working for Fane. Having lost countless loved ones to the vampire horde, they'd like nothing more than find an intruding vampire in the hotel. So they have a lantern, and they walk around with the lantern. They're the only human that does that, so they kind of negate your ability to stealth. But they're mid-level, so they're not that strong in the end game, but they do combine with other high-level humans to make a dangerous combination. I just wanted to see what was on up there. I'm gonna turn back around. Oh, yeah, see, with those lanterns, there's not a lot I can do to pull them away. I'm going to try to get one at a time, but see, as I'm going, they're lighting up the hallway. And I don't want to get stuck in a bad spot. Alright, that was not so bad. But obviously, if I hadn't paid attention to the lighting and everything, it could have been a lot worse. So you see, as he walks towards me, it gets brighter. Oh, shit. That sucks. And I can't even go past that right now. I have to find kind of a way around it. And I have to be very careful because I'm a little bit lower health now. Well, that's not going to do any good. Okay. Whoa. Oh, and I really don't want that green man to get hit by some sunlight. That would be bad. Got soul elixirs. I'm just going to go ahead and heal up. Now, if I remember correctly, there's a bunch of vampires in the corner, in the upper left-hand corner. Oh, and I have detect, so I'm gonna see how long that lasts. Not very long. I guess it's random, but... Okay, I want to try to get one guy at a time. Brawler. They're pretty tough. Let's see if I can just shock the crap out of them. Starving. Had the curry noodle soup, so should be good to go for a little bit. Oh no, I may not be able to take this guy on right now. Well... Oh. Whew. That was... Oh my god, I thought I killed him. I didn't kill him. He just threw me. Oh, I'm crapping my pants right about now. Okay, I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna run. And rest. Maybe I should try to take these guys out with sunlight. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Guess it wasn't the right time of day. Okay, but if I wait till 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock is the magic hour. Come on. You can do it. Yeah! Take that. Okay. I don't know what happened to the other brawler. Dang it! What? Okay. Sun doesn't set till 6. But I might die, so I'm just gonna blood it up. Not an optimal situation. Not at all. This is bad. Well, if I try to stay as a vampire, it's bad, but I just ran out of my 1 blood. I don't know what to do. Okay. Maybe I can kite this guy easily, but I won't get blood out of him. Oh god. Okay. This is so stupid. Why are you being so stupid, Jeremiah? Okay. Going to become human again. Oh. I'm gonna fully heal up. I probably only have 1 more food because I'm screwing around here. That's the problem. I really need some more XP. Problem is my shock spell is not really that great. Okay, so I have an int boost, which should give me a little bit stronger spells. Let me see if this helps any. Holy sh... Oh, mother. Okay, now here's a Morai. Morai? Basically, I thought I was screwed, but you know what? There is an interesting way out of the situation. Not sure if I showed this before, but I have a Celestial Essence. That is just basically going to save my ass. It's going to light up everything on the screen. And, only thing I need to worry about now is this guy right here. He might be able to cause me issues. Okay. If I can just get the staircase. Oh, so the interesting thing I didn't explain about the Morai is spirit wandering the halls seeks to drain energy and light. So I tried to base this on some real spirit monster thing in Romanian mythology. Basically, it makes the tiles around it dark. So even if you're a vampire or whatnot... No, if you're a vampire you can see, but if you're a human, even if there's a bunch of light, you can't see what's around the tile. So that can be really dangerous in combination with other monsters. See, right now this human doesn't even see me because I'm in just this horrible darkness. And I can't see, like, anything. I think there's a golem above me. Maybe if I had dexterity boost. Okay, I'm dead. Alright, that is Golden Krone Hotel. I didn't get to any of the branches. They don't start until the 6th floor. This game is definitely a lot harder than I had it before. Hope it looks fun. Give it a shot. Let me know how you like it. And I totally am willing to take some feedback right now because I'm balancing and whatnot. But enjoy.